Okay, let's unpack this. You might be standing at this significant crossroads looking at your future and realizing that choosing the right educational path, well, it isn't just a decision, is it? It's more like a strategic move in your whole learning journey. It can feel, well, incredibly daunting. So many options stretching out. Today, we're going to try and cut through some of that noise. We're diving deep into two specific pathways that, often cause some head scratching: the diploma and the advanced diploma. And our guide for this, our compass, really comes from insights published on the Regent Business School blog. So it gives us a really practical, grounded perspective. Our mission here today is pretty clear, actually. We want to equip you with a concise, but still really comprehensive understanding of these two options. We want to move beyond just, the definitions and really help you navigate these choices, help you make an informed decision that sets you up for success, especially in this, constantly evolving professional world. It feels more critical now than ever to think strategically about tertiary education. The job market is just so competitive, isn't it? Having the right qualification isn't just about the paper. It's about getting the precise skills, the specialized knowledge employers are, actively looking for. But what exactly do these different qualifications offer? Let's get into that.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is how these two, while both are incredibly valuable, they're specifically designed to meet, distinct needs. Equally valid, but different. You're probably familiar with the core idea of a diploma, right? As a practical, career-focused qualification. You can almost think of it as your kind of express ticket into a specific industry.
Okay, an express ticket. I like that.
Exactly. So diploma courses are typically shorter programs. They're laser focused on giving you practical, immediately usable, industry-specific skills. They're structured to give you a pretty comprehensive understanding of a field, preparing you, quite directly actually, for entry-level positions. So if your main goal is quick entry into the workforce, or maybe you just prefer a hands-on, learn-by-doing approach, then a diploma is often, a really ideal fit. For example, a diploma in business management might get you started pretty quickly as, say, a junior administrator or maybe in sales support, and these typically sit at NQF level 6.
Right, and NQF, just for listeners who might not be as familiar with the South African context, that's the National Qualifications Framework, It's basically the system that classifies qualifications by their complexity, the learning outcomes. So NQF level 6 sets a specific standard.
Precisely, yes. It's South Africa's benchmark for educational achievements. It helps ensure quality comparability across different institutions. Very important. Now, an advanced diploma, as the name suggests, it's a significant step beyond that standard diploma. While it also provides practical skills, it really delves much deeper into the subject matter. It offers a more specialized, more intensive study experience.
Okay, so deeper and more intensive.
Exactly. This qualification is designed to equip individuals with genuinely advanced skills and knowledge in a very specific area. It often incorporates higher-level elements, things like strategic analysis, project management, maybe a more nuanced understanding of industry trends. It's generally suited for people aiming for higher-level positions, maybe even leadership roles eventually. Or perhaps for those who want an even more solid academic foundation before stepping into or advancing within their field. And importantly, an advanced diploma typically sits at NQF level 7.
Okay, NQF 7. So that immediately brings us, I think, to the crucial question you're probably asking yourself right now. Okay, so which one's better? And here's the immediate clarification, and it's one the Regent Business School blog makes very clear. It's not really about one being inherently superior. It's fundamentally about which one is better for you, given your unique situation, your aspirations. So to make that truly informed decision, there seem to be 5 critical factors you really need to consider.
Absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, your personal and professional journey, these 5 factors become like your strategic roadmap. First, let's talk about your career goals. Your long-term objectives, they're absolutely paramount here. Imagine someone, let's call her Sarah. She wants to become a specialist in digital marketing, right? Specifically in analytics. An advanced diploma in marketing, maybe focusing on data analytics, would likely accelerate her path to a senior analyst role. That role demands deeper analytical strategic skills.
Okay, that makes sense.
On the other hand, maybe you're like Mark. He wants to get into the hospitality industry quickly, maybe as a front desk manager, and then kind of explore different roles from there. For him, a standard diploma in hospitality management might be the perfect entry point that lets him gain practical experience, adapt, see where he wants to go next.
So immediate entry versus specialized advancement.
Exactly. Second factor, consider your academic inclination. How do you like to learn? An advanced diploma, it typically demands a higher academic commitment. It can be significantly more challenging. It often involves more independent research, critical analysis, complex problem solving. So if you're someone who genuinely thrives in that kind of rigorous academic environment, who enjoys digging deep into theories alongside the practical side, then yeah, the advanced diploma will likely suit your style better.
But if that sounds less appealing?
Well, if you prefer a more direct, applied learning experience without quite so much theoretical deep diving, a standard diploma might keep you more engaged, more motivated.
That makes perfect sense. So it's not just about what you want to achieve, but how you actually prefer to learn. What about the practical stuff? Time and money.
Exactly. Third, and yeah, very practically, think about your time and financial resources. Diplomas, they can be less expensive, generally speaking, in terms of tuition, and they offer a quicker path to qualification, often a year or two.
Quicker return on investment then?
Potentially, yes. You enter the workforce sooner. It's vital to assess your current financial situation and also the amount of time you can realistically dedicate to studies without, messing up other commitments. Regent Business School, for instance, highlights the flexibility of distance learning options for both types, which can be a huge help in balancing studies with work or family.
Distance learning definitely adds flexibility.
It does. And also consider the opportunity cost, the income you might be giving up while you're studying full-time. A shorter diploma might mean less time out of that earning cycle.
Good point. Okay, what's number 4?
Fourth is industry requirements. This is crucial. Different industries, and even different roles within the same industry, they have distinct priorities. Some fields, particularly those focused on immediate task execution or maybe manual skills, might really emphasize the practical experience you gain quickly through a diploma. Others, though, especially roles demanding strategic leadership, complex problem solving, or maybe advanced technical expertise, they often place a higher value on the more comprehensive education provided by an advanced diploma.
Can you give an example?
Sure. In fields like, say, business and management, an advanced diploma can genuinely open doors to higher level positions. Why? Because it equips you with strategic thinking, project management skills that go beyond just the operational basics. It's more about learning to lead, not just learning to do.
Okay, leading versus doing. Got it. And the final factor.
And finally, number 5, consider your further education plans. Where do you see yourself going long-term academically? This is where the idea of stackable credentials becomes really powerful. If you think you might pursue additional qualifications down the line, maybe a postgraduate diploma, an honors degree, even a full master's degree, an advanced diploma can offer a much stronger, more direct foundation.
How so?
Well, it often provides valuable credits or clear articulation pathways into those higher education programs. It makes it a truly strategic choice for long-term academic growth. It can actually shorten the time needed for that next degree, making your whole learning journey more efficient.
That's a fantastic breakdown. It really helps clarify how to approach the decision. It's definitely not just A or B. It's a, multifaceted assessment of your own situation. Now, let's maybe zoom in on what these paths actually deliver. What are the concrete advantages of each program? Let's make it easy to weigh the benefits.
Absolutely. Yeah, each qualification really has its own distinct strengths. They cater to different career speeds and depths, you could say. For the advantages of a diploma, probably the most prominent one is that quick entry into the workforce, because they're designed for shorter completion times, typically, 1 to 2 years. You can usually start your career sooner, gain that valuable real-world experience, start building your professional network faster.
You're just foot in the door.
Exactly. They also focus heavily on developing a highly practical, job-ready skill set. You learn exactly what you need to perform specific tasks so you can be productive almost immediately. And crucially, many diploma courses offer significant flexibility. You often find part-time or online options, including distance learning. That's a massive advantage if you need to balance studies with other life commitments, like working while you learn. It allows for a smoother transition into your chosen field.
Okay, so speed, practical skills, flexibility. What about the advanced diploma?
Right. Turning to the advantages of an advanced diploma, the key benefit really is the specialized, in-depth knowledge you gain. This isn't just broader knowledge. It's about achieving a deeper mastery of a particular area, a specific domain. And that depth translates directly into a significant competitive edge in the job market, particularly for roles that require a higher level of qualification or more critical thinking, more expertise. It really sets you apart. It allows you to target those mid to senior level positions that need strategic oversight or complex problem-solving skills. Furthermore, an advanced diploma serves as a very clear, very direct stepping stone to advanced studies. That includes postgraduate diplomas, honors degrees, and sometimes even directly into master's programs depending on the institution and field. It genuinely paves the way for continued academic and professional growth, often without needing to go back and do a full bachelor's degree from scratch.
Okay. Now, here's where I think it gets really interesting. Because there's often some confusion, right? Especially when it comes to how these qualifications stack up against, say, traditional degrees. People frequently ask about equivalence. You mentioned the Advanced Diploma is NQF Level 7, just like a bachelor's degree. Does that feel the same on the ground for employers? Or are there subtle differences we need to think about beyond just the NQF level?
This raises such an important question.
Yeah,
Particularly in the South African context. But increasingly, you see this globally too. An advanced diploma in South Africa is formally pegged at NQF Level 7 on the National Qualifications Framework. Now, what this means essentially on paper is that in terms of academic complexity, the cognitive demand, the learning outcomes, it's considered academically equivalent to a bachelor's degree. So in theory, the intellectual challenge, the level of knowledge you acquire, they're comparable.
okay, comparable on paper, but
But while they hold the same NQF level, there are indeed some critical distinctions. And these do influence how they are perceived and how they're used in practice. Think about purpose and structure. A bachelor's degree typically provides a broader, maybe more theoretical academic foundation, usually over 3 or sometimes 4 years. It often includes general education components, allows for a wider exploration of subjects before you really specialize.
right, more exploratory.
Exactly. An advanced diploma, on the other hand, is usually a 1-year qualification, and it focuses much more intensely on specialized industry-related skills and knowledge. It's less about that broad foundational learning and much more about concentrated application. And it's often pursued after you've already completed a diploma, the NQF Level 6-1, or maybe after you've gained substantial relevant work experience. It builds directly on that existing foundation.
Okay, so it's about the breadth versus the depth, maybe, and also the path you took to get there seems different. What about entry requirements and how they link to where you go next?
Precisely. The journey itself is quite distinct. When it comes to entry requirements, to get into an advanced diploma, you typically need to already hold a prior diploma, NQF Level 6, or some equivalent relevant qualification. You need to show competence in that foundational area first.
Okay.
A bachelor's degree, conversely, usually requires a national senior certificate, what we often call matric here in South Africa, and crucially with a university entrance endorsement. You need to meet specific academic performance criteria from school. Different starting points.
Got it. And progression, where can each lead?
Right, progression. While both can be really powerful stepping stones for further study, the pathways can differ significantly. A bachelor's degree might lead directly to an honors degree, which is NQF Level 8. An advanced diploma, however, can also lead directly to a postgraduate diploma that's also NQF Level 8. Or, depending on the specific field and the institution's rules, it can sometimes provide entry into an honors degree or even a master's program.
So multiple routes from the advanced diploma too.
Yes. For instance, in business, you might do a diploma, then an advanced diploma in business management. That could then potentially transition directly into a postgraduate diploma in management. That gives you a high-level specialization, potentially faster than going the traditional bachelor's then honors route. So yes, equivalent in NQF level, but they serve different strategic purposes for your educational journey. They offer different routes for continued learning.
That clarification is really helpful. It highlights that NQF level isn't the only story. Now, this raises an important point. There are often, misconceptions floating around. What's a common one you hear about these two qualifications, especially relating to that NQF Level 7 equivalence?
A very common misconception is that because an advanced diploma is often just 1 year and a bachelor's is 3 or 4 years, people assume the advanced diploma must somehow be less valuable, despite the NQF Level 7 equivalence.
The mini degree idea.
Exactly. People sometimes think it's just a mini degree or a shortcut. But the truth, and this is something Regent Business School highlights well, is that it's designed for a different kind of learner, and often for a different career trajectory. It's not about being less valuable, it's about being more focused. And often it's about building on prior learning or significant work experience. It's really for someone who wants to specialize intensely and rapidly, or maybe formalize advanced skills they've already gained on the job, rather than someone looking for that broader academic exploration from the start. Think of it perhaps as a strategic acceleration, rather than just a shortcut.
Strategic acceleration. I like that phrasing. It captures that focused intensity. So what does this all mean for you, the listener? Ultimately, the decision between a diploma and an advanced diploma, it really is deeply personal and strategic. It's about aligning with your unique path, your aspirations, and your current circumstances. It really is about choosing the right tool for the job you want to do.
Couldn't agree more. Both diplomas and advanced diplomas offer unique, compelling advantages, and they can absolutely lead to successful, fulfilling, high-impact careers. There's no doubt about that. The real key here, the takeaway, is to meticulously align the path you choose with your specific personal and professional goals. It's about making a deliberate, informed choice, one that not only sets the stage for a bright future, shaped by the knowledge you gain, but also empowers you to adapt and thrive in whatever dynamic industry you choose.
So maybe a final thought to leave you with. Beyond just the immediate qualification you might earn, how might really understanding these distinct educational pathways empower you, not just to choose a program right now, but to strategically navigate your entire lifelong learning journey, to build your adaptability in this, let's face it, ever-evolving professional landscape. Think about how this deep dive equips you not just to pick a course for next year, but to consciously shape your future effectively, continuously building on your skills and knowledge, not just for today, but for all the tomorrows to come.